Hello, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Dr. Nicole Kendall Arigi, and I'm one of the members of the curriculum team for the Everyone Can Code and Create curriculum initiative that we have here at the Tennessee State University. As members of our facilitation team, I want to thank you for your time and dedication to this project. If you've heard from Dr. Melton, you know that this project is huge, and that is so exciting and amazing to know that we will be impacting over 800 community members, alumni, and students that are all affiliated some way, shape, or form with Tennessee State University. With that being said, I want to take this time and walk you through the orientation module, and I want to do it within 5 minutes. So go ahead and set your timer. I have it currently being 10:44, so hopefully before 10:45 I will be done. One of the things that I want you to know is that we have designed each module for an intentional purpose, and hopefully I will be coming to you each week to kind of give you an overview so that you feel comfortable and confident to facilitate your team members through this explosive and awesome experience. So let's go ahead and get started. On your screen for the orientation module, when you are in eLearn, you're going to click on Course Preparation Orientation under the table of contents. And this is where I already am. There's some information, and each module will have some opening information to set the stage for the module. And at the very bottom, you see that we do have a checklist. The deadlines that are provided is just to offer some guide points. So orientation module was allotted for a 1-week login and setup, and you will see the task really wouldn't require a student to take a full week, but that's the time frame that we've planned for. I should also note here that if a student chooses to attend the Saturday sessions, particularly that open kickoff session, they will have the opportunity to complete modules 1 through 3. Depending on the agenda, we might be able to get in module 4. So let's go ahead and get started. You see that there are 4 key tasks that they will be submitting to the Dropbox or taking care of on their own. And there is identified with the activity, the type of, the task, the type of activity it falls under, and then the deadline. So the first link you will click on will be the how to start this course, and it is a video that the users will watch. So pretty self-explanatory for you as a facilitator. The next page will be the course instructor in C2 to teaching assistants. And even though you're kind of called teaching assistants, I want you to think of yourselves as virtual innovators. We're gonna have a lot of fun working and facilitating this journey for the hundreds of people that are embarking in these courses. So what will happen on this particular page is I'm gonna have a link to a Flipgrid, and that way you will each have an opportunity to go into Flipgrid and post your own 3-minute greeting to the individuals that you're working with. And as you see on the screen, the student will be able to go on, find their instructor or find their specific facilitator for their group, click on it, and then they will go to the Flipgrid portal and they will be able to access that. So by the time you have watched this video, those components will be in place. The next link will take the individuals to the syllabus, and this is a syllabus specifically for EDAD 6100, which is a graduate degree seeking course. So if you're facilitating TELC 5005, 4005, or 2011, your syllabus will reflect different content based off the audience that it is serving. So I'm not going to go through too much there. Other than to say that in here I have identified the apps that will be closely associated with the core activities for the course. And I'm just clicking the right arrow here on the screen so that you can see how I'm navigating through the course. At this particular stage, we're going to have information here about course designs and delivery option. And I will say this. The curriculum team is working to make sure that the components are user-friendly and accessible to all of the students. So if something is not there when you get into the course, it may be that the curriculum team deemed that it wasn't appropriate for that module or that it's moved somewhere else. But I don't want you to panic. If it's not there, just check with me or your lead facilitator for your course, and we can give you more information. Moving on, We'll have information about the grading options and the rubric. And then here's a video on the required tools. It gives information on where they can access the iPad on campus, as well as resources in their local Apple store. And at this particular point, they would be taking a pre-survey orientation. This is just to get some background information. And so that material will be designed by the curriculum team. And there's not really much you need to do there. But again, I just want to have that. And I'm going to actually switch my user view to student so we can see how they would be interfacing with the content. So I'm going to go back to the content tab. We're right where we need to be, course preparation, orientation, and we want to make sure that the students are there first. So during the first week, if you have students that are asking you about Module 1, please make sure that you redirect them to the course preparation and orientation module so that they do get a lot of the preliminary tasks addressed first. So I'm going to go back to where we left off, and we have your app idea. And this is an activity in which, or it's not an activity per se, but this is an opportunity for the participants to understand that we know that they are thinking about an app. And they may have a lot of ideas and some features even in mind. But for this particular course, while we're going to honor that they have some ideas, we also are going to let them know that we are going to start the design process by researching the idea of their app. What's the purpose? What problem should it solve? Who is your audience? And then we're going to move them through the process by being of service by using a community app and a community topic to develop a prototype. So if you're going through the orientation, one of the things that Dr. Melton wants us all to understand is the basic components of coding principles, but also the fact that this is a really exploratory course to bring awareness to both creativity and coding. And so we want to make sure they feel really good. The activities in many ways are reflective in nature. So while some of the courses may be issuing a grade, the assignment is designed in many respects to kind of self-facilitate the learning process. And in that, I mean that it really will be hard for a student to fail an assignment if they're trying to attempt it. And what we're going to be doing in our roles as facilitator is offering feedback to guide them to giving a stronger product. So it's not so much point deductions as much as it is this a very clear prototype to get you to the app that you ultimately want to design for yourself. On this screen, you see that we're going to create an iPad shortcut home screen app, and the directions are provided below. And one of the things that I want you to consider, particularly as your role as teaching assistants and support facilitators, is to make sure that the directions make sense. The curriculum team has worked super hard to design the directions in the tech terms, and we even have included, as you see here, icons to represent the app or the steps that they should be, or the buttons they should be looking for. But if there's a part of the experience that is not clear, please let us know so that we can get those instructions cleared up early. Or we may have to do a Zoom video or some type of simulated recording to walk a user through. So here are those directions there, and it ends with a reflection post in terms of how does a home screen bookmark app help you. Moving on, I think I've gone over my 5-minute mark, but that's okay. Moving forward, we're going to go into the Nearpod lesson, and I do want to show you what Nearpod looks like if you're not familiar with that particular application. It's a sub-instructional component where they can walk through videos, polls, and other engagement features within a clear learning area. So this one will walk them through some clear objectives of what they need to do to set the stage for orientation module. There's a video that they will play on why they should code, so you can watch that on your own. Here is the link that gives additional information on why they should code. And we're going to move forward. Open-ended question. And we're expecting you as the team facilitator support team, we're expecting to go through all these components so that you can catch any errors that may have been made. This one actually asks an open-ended question on what are the main opportunities for coding in your profession or industry. So this kind of gives the participant an opportunity to scale down their app prototyping and their personal goals into some professional entrepreneurship ideas as well. Excuse me. They're going to create their Apple ID. And this is a video that walks them through that process. Locate their nearest Apple store. And you see all of this interface is occurring for me, but I want you to check to make sure that it happens for you as well. And then open-ended questions, another one for them. And I should point out that this button that I just clicked on is in Nearpod, and it allows the students to take notes within the Nearpod portal. And once they're complete, they can get those the notes sent to them via email, Google Drive, or their OneDrive account. So it's another way for them to take note in a digital portal. But we're going to create our Apple Teacher account. And again, the pop-up screens, I want to make sure that those work for you as well so that the students should see the same interaction. And then we've reached the end of our lesson, and we're going to go right back to the orientation section, which we're already in, and continue on in eLearn. So after the orientation module, they're going to start working on the Apple badge, specifically in this case, the iPad badge. And I have a red star to indicate which quiz they should be, or which competency they should be working towards. They would click the Apple Teacher Center link, and it's going to open that page. So right here, I'm going to make a note of that. And this is why your role as a facilitator is going to be, as a support team, is going to be important, so that I know that I need to check Apple badge link. And we want to do this each week before each module so that we catch these glitches. And that was the iPad. Then they're going to create a digital name tag. And I would like for you to go ahead and do this, because we do need to add, I need to add the Gmail directions. We're asking the participants to create a digital name tag. And what would happen is they're going to go to this link, which is basically opens up a screen in Google Docs. And they have an opportunity to introduce themselves. And so you see right now I have our course portal, our homepage, our home slide, excuse me, the directions. They're going to click on Control M on their keypad or the plus sign and add a new slide. They're going to add their name and location, design their virtual name tag, and just make sure that they don't touch anyone else's slide. So that first slide will be for the facilitators as well as the team facilitator support team. So you want to make sure that you already have your slides created so that when they go on as a participant, they do see additional information about the people that will be working with them. And so by the time you watch this video, I will have my digital name tag uploaded so that you can see what that looks like. Then we're going to go back to eLearn. We have my orientation, our goal statement. The student would click on the green button and basically share what their goals are for this course. Upon clicking on the button, it will open up the Flipgrid portal, and we have a reminder of the prompt, what are your goals for this course? Click the green button. And at this particular point, this is why they would want to have a Google account set up, and I need to add that as a direction. They were going to log in. I'm going to log in with my Gmail account so you again can see what the interface will look like from the student standpoint. A camera will open, and now I have the opportunity to record my goal. So I'll do that really quickly. So my goal for this course is to be an innovative and encouraging facilitator for the 800 plus students who are interested in coding and creativity. I'm gonna hit the, so my goal for this course is to be an innovative. So there's my Flipgrid. And because I like doing some cute little decorations, I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself a nice little happy face because everything's amazing. And there's my selfie. So that's how you create a Flipgrid, and hopefully the students will have fun with that. They can put a name to a face and say hi to their fellow classmates. So I can download my selfie, I can post a link, and actually when you do your Flipgrid recording, you will send me your link so I can have it linked to your name under the Instructors tab. I'm gonna hit complete, and now you see that my recording is there so that as other students post, this is where their Flipgrid videos will appear. All right, so now at this point in the orientation, I'm done. So that would be the end of orientation. And although I did not achieve my goal of complete that in 5 minutes, I do hope that you feel better about facilitating that particular activity. As I mentioned, your role is important to make sure that we catch the technical glitches and get those resolved before our students get into the portal and stumble and get anxious or annoyed. I will do my best to make sure that we have these prepared for each and every module, so you as members of the curriculum team as well as our support facilitators feel great, dynamic, and awesome for the work that we're going to do this semester. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send me an email and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to address them. But with that being said, let's have an amazing time, and thank you again for what you do. Bye.